Welcome to our apartment or house hunting video. We're gonna start today a lot earlier than I expected. I thought we would start like earliest next week. At first, we really wanted to do apartment style living, basically live in a suburb that sort of operates like a baby city. But we did also think about our future with kids and getting into the housing market. So we thought, why don't we also try to skip apartment living altogether and go straight to a small house?
Yeah, so there were basically two options, right? So the first was either, we get an apartment that has better convenience and lifestyle factors. So close to a station, close to work, close to friends. But with the way that Sydney housing market is like, it's kind of crazy. There's a fear that if we don't buy a house when we can afford it, we may never have those opportunities. And I was looking at prices in what would be considered pretty poor suburbs like Campsie and Revesby and Punchbowl. I mean, those places, they went from around $1.3 million 5 years ago to about 1.9. So that's about $100,000 increase every single year. Suburbs further out west going up like crazy. Apartment prices in Rose and Chatswood, and they've only gone up about 100,000 in the past 5 years. So there's that fear that if we don't buy now, we may never get the opportunity. And it's unfortunate that this is the way the city market is. We probably should buy a cheaper place further out west, have kids in case we can never afford a place in the future.
We're okay with raising a newborn in an apartment, but once they start running around, and especially by the time they get to school, it's a bit unfair to have them in a small apartment. If we can try to not do that, why not? So today we're gonna start the hunt. First with an apartment and then with a house.
Well, let us know what you guys like.
I have like 20 subscribers.
It doesn't matter. Everyone deserves an opinion. And let us know if you think we're going to make the right choice or not.
Oh gosh.
But
yeah, hopefully we can find somewhere soon. So we've actually been doing discussions with our mortgage broker. So instead of going direct to bank, we have gotten a broker who's a family friend and our friends have used them. And so they're going to go ahead with our pre-approvals this week because we're sending our final documents to them today. So hopefully by the end of next week, it's official that we can actually start looking, like actually to buy a place. So today is sort of like the pre-starting properties.
hopefully it's not going to put us in financial ruins.
I hope.
I just want friends over to have some fun.
Yeah, we just want friends.
We
We just parked, so we're heading to our first inspection. This is our dream apartment suburb.
Next door, you can see downstairs, the fixing something there. Internal.
Yeah. How old is this place?
Wow, it's like 20 years.
20 years.
That's the beauty.
The roads, yeah.
But this, the other pretty beautiful. Back, that one is actually, it's for the walk.
Walker. Yeah, that's right. I want to get in. And what's it, Asian man? Before?
This one, these are
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. Just that.
What were your thoughts on that place?
It was okay. Strata's a bit higher. It was like 1,700 a quarter. It does have heated pool and gym. If the quality of the facilities is pretty good, then justifying that is a bit easier. But facilities are not very good anyways. They've got Anytime Fitness like literally right there. For 920 to 950, I wouldn't pay more than 900k for that. So we'll just see how much they'd budge. They don't seem to have a lot of people interested.
Yeah.
And that's usually a sign that the property is...
But then it is a Sunday too, so what if like 1 million people went yesterday?
I think 920, 950 is getting a bit high.
I think for me personally, I wouldn't pay over 930. So the bathroom and laundry weren't renovated, and you could definitely see the difference. Like they weren't horribly old, but I don't know if I would want to renovate, especially because at the bottom of one of the bathroom cupboards, we saw mold. And there's been a lot of mold poisoning going around where everyone gets sick until they solve the mold problem and get it out of their system, which apparently takes ages.
The property is not well ventilated. There may be potentially leaks somewhere.
Yeah. You'd have to pretty much probably renovate the bathroom anyway, just because you'd have to like lift up the floor to see what's happening.
Yeah. But that mold, like, it was not on the roof or, you know, in corners or anything like that.
True.
It was just on a cupboard door, which I think is probably more came from like the person using it and splashing water on the door and eventually molding away.
The best thing about it was probably the fact that the living room and dining area, which is combined, was massive. Especially once you opened it up to the balcony.
And
you
the
could
balcony,
genuinely fit like 30 of your friends comfortably in that area. Like, it was so big.
and the balcony, it was also quite big. Not crazy, but it was like 5 by 2.5. You could have some people out there as well. Like, and it's a nice square shape. It wasn't just like a random like angular one that you can't actually properly use, you know?
Yeah, you could put a massive dining table. You could put a table for like 6 to 8 people. Apartment dining areas are meant for like 4 people, so that was a pretty big area. Meaning we could also raise a toddler and even a newborn there too, like 2 little kids. So that wouldn't be too hard if we had to do that. I rated it an 8 out of 10. What did you rate it?
8 is a fair score.
Really specific. It would be lower rather than higher than 8.
Supercritical, price 7.
7.
Yeah. 8's like, oh, this is a good property to buy. I think it is decent, but maybe it didn't hit that mark of.
It didn't hit like the spot of like, I can imagine us living here. Our average score together is like 7.4, which is honestly not good enough, because I'm looking for a place where I would rate it at least an 8.
Well, it's our money. If you're not fully convinced, the truth is when the next people come to buy, they're not going to be fully convinced either. They're going to have the same thoughts, the same marks.
When we try and resell it, yeah. Probably a no.
Wow, that person just dropped that guy off in the middle of the road. Are you serious?
Pantry. I kind of like how the toilet's separate.
This one's a bit bigger.
I'm guessing this would be like either the study or the nursery. Is it? You don't fit?
It's shorter than me.
Wait, really? Go on.
Yeah, no.
That's so funny.
No way.
Oh goodness me, you are very tall.
Why couldn't make it higher?
Maybe he's not that tall.
Oh, a piece of glass. It's not easy.
Left there.
Yeah.
So if you really wanted, you could potentially rent this one out here for an additional 300, 350.
Yeah, and I will pay for them all. It was a nice property.
I liked it more than the apartment.
I do as well. I really like the living space is really big.
Yes, it was massive.
The bedrooms are a little small.
Yeah.
We could make do. 1 bedroom there. That one's big enough. And then you got 2 smaller rooms. That one can be like a study and a nursery.
The thing I didn't like was the garage, because he uses it as storage, but it has an old bathroom attached to it. And I was just like, it's so dirty and gross. Like, I don't even know what I would do with that part besides park my car.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That part needs a bit more renovation.
I feel like there's no point in that bathroom. Like, I'm just like, you may as well just make it a garage if it's a garage.
Yes,
I don't know.
yes.
I didn't really like how it was storage.
Yeah, he made it separate. You can extend it potentially and turn it into like another room, or you know, cut it half to make your current bedrooms bigger. That is not a cheap renovation. And I'm looking at some of the other houses here and they look a bit more normal, so I don't like it when houses are a little strange like that, like the garage isn't even connected, you gotta walk around it. I mean, maybe that is a normal thing, I just don't know about that with houses. The renovations he did were pretty good.
The real estate agent's probably like, what the hell?
Doing
Why
that.
are we still here? Oh, it's so awkward. I don't want to look.
Shall we go?
Yeah, just go. Oh, he's a green peas. Continuing our update from a couple days ago, because the real estate agent walked to his car, so we felt awkward filming. Just spent the last couple days really debating back and forth between a house, oh my gosh, a house and an apartment. I've been asking a lot of our friends to vote. I would say the ratio, if I had to guess, is like 65-35 to an apartment, like considering our lifestyle and how close we're going to be to them, and our more investment money focused friends are saying just do the house.
So that's the dichotomy. It's like you've got the people who value the lifestyle, and of course they will buy the apartment, and then our more career driven as well, the financially focused friends, they are the ones who would buy a house, and they're willing to cop the longer drive.
On Sunday, which was in the early afternoon on a weekend, obviously it was a half-hour drive with tolls, and right now it's peak hour after work and it's 50 minutes with tolls, so I didn't think it'd be that much of a difference, to be honest. It's pretty big.
It's nice. Yeah, I thought it'd be like 40 minutes max.
Yeah. Apparently the next best area in Sydney to buy in would be about 15 minutes from where I live, and we just can't afford even that area. It's more suitable for people maybe about 5 years older than us, so it's like we're getting there, but it's like just not the right timing for us. And that kind of aligns with, I guess, the average age to marry. Like if you're marrying in your late 20s, then you could afford somewhere in that up and coming area, but we got married in our early 20s, so obviously it's not very viable. So we're testing out the peak hour drive to this area. We'll see if it works. And I was going through my real estate favorites online, and I was basically adding a bunch of places to inspection for the next fortnight or so, and whatever we can make, we'll try and make. But our social life, as usual, is really busy, so things might have to be moved around. We're gonna return to the original house out west and just see if I can imagine myself in it at night, in the dark, because obviously it has a different vibe to a Sunday afternoon, so we'll see what it's like. We're also going to visit another house around the corner from it, which is nicer but auction, so likely going to be much more over budget. And then we're going to see a shopping centre that would be the local one nearby. They don't have a Westfield, which we're really used to. It's called
West Point.
West Point. So apparently it has everything though. It's not like a small plaza. It's actually pretty good.
It looks really nice.
Yeah, like I'm keen to see what it's like.
Check a little bit.
It's just because
That's a nice backyard too. Like you could have friends barbecue.
no, yeah. Okay, go.
The wheel.
Oh. Ah.
You can have
Like
that
it
like
sort
a
of fits here. Ah. And then you can just like cook.
Yeah, so you can cook.
So we could always keep it here if we wanted the kitchen to be smaller.
Yeah.
And then we could get another table. Yeah.
Like you can, do
Wait,
your
this
stuff.
is so good because it already has this, so I like this.
Yeah, so I think this guy handmade it himself because this is like he's a very crafty kind of guy. But that sounds better.
Okay, I'm gonna go back into the hallway. I really like the lighting. The lighting's really nice.
So the central AC is there. Central. I need AC.
Oh, he didn't shower this time. Sink. I can smell his cologne. Toilet paper. I would like to work right here, and you can work here. It's so much smaller though, I feel bad actually.
No, I mean, if it's just a table, it's fine.
I mean, you'd put your desk here surely, right?
Either there or here. I mean, where's the plug?
In the corner.
Wait, is there?
So what's the view here?
Wait, is there any electricity in this room?
Oh. Hang on.
I don't see any.
That would mean it's really for a baby.
Yeah, there's no. Wait, how's that?
You only get one here.
Where?
Here.
Oh, is there? Well, that's one is enough for.
Is it enough? I mean, I guess our bedroom operates on one.
If there's none, then that's really bad.
Well, I love how this is a side mirror, so I can check my outfit here.
Yeah, I know, right?
Would you set up... Wait, Billy, would you set up our bed here?
Yeah, I would.
Ah, but what does it look like from the outside? That kind of looks ugly.
Yeah, but it's for security. Like.
Yeah,
they
true.
can't break
Okay,
in.
at least they can't break in, yeah. Oh, nice. He ran out of money to do the shelves, right? So we'd need to do like some kind of shelf here.
Oh, look at that. It's really like shut.
Wait, yeah, it's like so private. This is good here because we'd have to get like a set of drawers and then...
Yeah, we'd have to do the doors. So we'd need a bit more work.
Yeah, true, the doors. You need a door on here. I do really like the lighting because the lighting everywhere is so bright. And all the walls are white.
Yeah, they're all...
It looks pretty.
Apart from the rooms, they're all LEDs.
Oh, yeah. Every single 4-leaf clover he found is collected.
Yeah, Bill. Yeah. Cheers. Thank you. Can you just check here for me? Yeah, that's for... Yeah, that's perfect. No, thank you. Hello, how are you? Yeah, 4492.
Wow, they really like just cleaned it.
Yeah, what's in here?
The
Oh, shower.
master bathroom isn't renovated.
Oh, yeah, can I have a look?
Yeah, you can have a look at the old style. It's over there. Oh, massive laundry room. Insane. Oh, it's like a sunroom. Sheesh. Oh, it's a cat. Cat. Jeez, they have like 5 babies. Oh my gosh, they have like 4 kids.
Oh, the big laundry room.
Yeah, it's massive. Dude, they actually have like 5 kids. It's insane.
This is a very big,
We literally thought
Oh, wait.
that this area as a whole, and look,
No, look right. This
it's
side, right?
insane.
This side is all your savory foods and, you know, etc. So you come here for the main, and then if you go flip your camera to that side,
Ben and
you've got Ben and
Jerry's.
Jerry's, you got Max Brenner chocolate. So it's like you have your first course here, and then you go over to
This is crazy.
your second course, to your dessert.
Yeah, this is crazy. I don't even know what to eat. I legit thought this would be like a medium, like an average. Like I didn't think it'd be like a little plaza, but I didn't think it'd be a
this is like one of the
Westfield.
best shopping centers I've seen.
Yeah, it's so good.
It's much better than most like
What the
vicinity
heck?
centers and stuff.
It's a week since we started our house hunt. Our pre-approvals came in yesterday, so we can officially actually get a loan from the bank, which is good. It's like an achievement for saving up for the last few years.
Yeah.
We are just waiting on the house that we want to bid at the auction at in a week's time. So we decided to drive here today so that my dad can see it. So he will join us for the inspection. We're still interested in apartment dense suburbs because if we do end up renting this out and moving back nearer to the city, then we'll be looking to rent an apartment somewhere. So I guess we still have to do our research and still be open to it, but for now we're going to be buying and staying in a house.
We're pretty set on this house because they renovated it quite a lot. Everything is renovated except for
The outside and the master ensuite. it's not like we're going to be taking photos of the outside of our house for privacy reasons. And so because all of my content, even though yeah it is for fun and it's not a job, is going to be taken indoors, like I don't care about what the aesthetic of the outside of a house looks like when we're broke.
Yeah. No, I care. House is probably 20 years old, right? I think the roofing has probably been well maintained or cleaned. Because I think a lot of people forget about the roofing. Like they don't think about it. They just walk into the house, they look at the side. And you know, the roof is something you can't really see, but there usually is a very good indicator on how that property has been maintained.
The pigeons are fat out here. What I like about this house is after sending the first house video to friends and then showing them this house, everyone was like, I love this one. It's so nice. Like a house like this makes them understand moving out here more for more affordable houses. So whereas the first one was everyone being like, it's really nice because you guys are young to get a house, but it's not amazing, and that's why a lot of them still preferred us to go to an apartment. But now that they saw the renos on this one we're going to, they were like, oh my gosh, that actually looks so good. And I think if we got this house and just in general a house of this level, people wouldn't mind traveling far to see us because they know it's like a very comfortable environment. The first house was very much more like this is their first house. Like this is the house that they have scraped by to buy, and definitely still needed renos itself. And so we would have to spend even more cash on that. So this house would be pretty much ready made for us. Eventually, after accumulating some more money, we could do the renos on the master ensuite. And then in around a decade's time, we can sell it off, and hopefully this area has gone up even more. So that's why we prefer this house. The only problem is that it is auction. The other house, if we just put an offer down, we would pretty much be the
pretty
owners.
much secure it, yeah.
Honestly, this is still bigger than my bathroom shower. This is the only unrenovated part in the house.
Over there.
It's in the cage there. He's in the cage down here.
Hi. Back at West Point.
Yeah.
Wow, my hair looks really red.
It's really nice.
And brown.
Look how curly my hair looks.
Yeah, you need a haircut. It's auction day.
Not that many people.
Really hoping. So last time we went in, the real estate agent obviously could be lying, but he told us that there's one family interested. We just don't know if that's going to be true or if surprise people will turn up today and be interested. So
look, I'm happy if nobody showed up and we have a private negotiation.
We just did no tolls for the first time. So there was about a 15-minute difference by the time we got through traffic. 15. So it did feel longer because you're not like on that one long highway.
I don't want to wait till, I'm only going to wait till I can afford in Stratford.
Yeah.
We want to start a family, and that's something that is actually time sensitive. You can't leave starting a family till too late.
The world has just become very warped and very I don't care about a family, or if I do care about a family, I have to be perfect first. They have to have the best financial situation first, and it's like, brother, you're gonna get there when you're 45. You won't be able to have kids by then. We're officially in winter in Sydney now, and I wanted to give you guys an update on how the auction went. So we have been waiting for a couple days now because we actually technically won the auction. So only 3 bidders signed up, including us. So there was a couple and a family and then us. And basically it started off with the family didn't bid at all, so they were technically out of the picture anyway. So it was between us and the couple. And then they head inside to call the owner and tell them if they're happy with it, because technically the seller / owner of the house has the final say on whether they're happy with it. And they said no, came back, and he still didn't want to budge. So basically now they are speaking to any potential buyers. So they are still considering us. They know that we were the highest from the auction, but there could be others between then and whenever who want to actually buy the house as well, and who want to go higher. So we didn't realize the owner wanted so much more than anyone was expecting. Literally everyone, like the audience who was asking us after, oh, why didn't you get it? We told them how much the owner wanted for the house, and everyone was like, that is so ridiculous. Like, the houses in this area just don't go for that much. Like, what is he talking about? So everyone agreed with us, and we're not going to increase our offer by any more because number one, we're broke. Number two, we basically just don't think that it's worth it to that extent, because if it goes much higher, we may as well get a property that is closer to our current home, so may as well not bother. So even though we really love it and we haven't seen anything else so far that we like as much, we are just going to have to trust there's something better for us if it doesn't work out. So it's been a couple days and we haven't heard from them. Like, we genuinely thought they would call us yesterday afternoon or even today, and nothing has come through. It's literally been radio silence from them, so we don't know what's going on. And I just thought the communication lines would be a little bit more open, but they're not. And I get that they're talking to other people and trying to garner some more interest, but it's just like, come on, we did win the auction. We are actually going to restart inspections starting tonight already. So we don't really want to waste any time when pre-approvals are due in a couple months' time. So we kind of have to get it going. In part 2/beyond if needed, then I will tell you guys all of our different updates. For now, this is where our house hunting is at. So thanks so much for watching.